Hello, everyone. It's been a while. I'm back here with Fluffy.
Hey!
Y'all know, well, most of you know Fluffy because that's the only way I get subscribers. I don't have friends. Anyway, she had the coffee prepared, so coffee creamer. There's no 24 paws here today, but there's, how many?
8 and 4 in the bedroom with the kid.
12. We're at Fluffy's place filming, so.
Tell them just in case they hear little man.
Oh, yeah, the one growling is not my friend. I
Call
try.
him or BFF.
I try.
Besito.
I didn't know if we could say names of dogs. Besito.
Yeah.
Besito hates me,
Boo boo.
but that's what he is. Boo boo. Anyway, I don't really.
And you wonder why he don't like you when you're calling him names.
I try. I only try so hard in a relationship. This time isn't. So anyway, I don't. Once we get talking, the two of us are ridiculous, and it'll just come naturally. But as far as an introduction, I'm not the expert YouTuber anymore. We met, for those of you that don't know, at the prison when we were both incarcerated for different crimes. I'm just kidding. We weren't. No, we were working there. I don't remember how. I know.
You transferred out from down the hill, and down the hill means that the prison that we worked at was the only male facility in the town where it's basically that's their business is all the units. There's what, 25, 26 prisons over there? Well, with Gatesville being the
25 or
satellites.
26.
Yeah, think about it. Think about it. Mountain View, Hughes, Hilltop, Murray, Woodman.
Gatesville only has 7 satellites.
Okay, so how many in that?
That's like a lot less than what you said.
Okay, well, there's a whole poop load of them, okay? You know what? You asked me to help you with the story, and then like you're picking it apart, okay? They didn't know, and so it could have been 25, so appreciate that.
So I transferred to the unit we both work at, and lucky me.
Wasn't it your first night on shift?
Probably. I walked into turnout, and you know when you start there, I had to go through this like not retraining period, but if you go to a new unit, you get broken into that unit, and so they always put females with female mentors and males with male mentors. Do you remember that?
No.
You don't remember that? I was put with a dude because that's what they thought I was. So that was fun when everyone figured out, oh crap, we screwed that up. But yeah, that's
Boo-boo. No.
that was about it. And then I'd piss her off because she would be in charge of the building, and we got 30-minute breaks, and I just do whatever the hell I wanted to because I'm me.
They called me frequency. But when you're in control of movement of what? Now, correct me again, we're like 600 inmates on the units on each building? 74 per pod times 3 pods
72.
times 2 per pod, 2 per cell. 74. Yeah, I'll go with 72 because like she was right about how
There's
many units.
144 inmates on a pod.
Okay, no, it's been a long time since I've been there.
Yeah.
So 144 times 3
Yeah.
plus 6 officers, and then me trying to control everything. You didn't get breaks because, breakfast and stuff don't come at 6 a.m. like everybody else. Inmates eat at breakfast at 3 a.m. So to get everything done, you better get back or I'm looking for you.
She didn't look for me.
Yes, I did. That's why I got mad at you. So I always try to make her go last. So that way, if she went over, she wasn't cutting into somebody else's time because, she was inconsiderate like that.
Speaking of inconsiderate, Fluffy here is a Dallas Cowboys fan.
And she has the nerve to show up in that shit. But it's your channel, so I'm going to let you make it. Yeah, that's why he's barking at you. Anyway, we met like her first night. I just really liked her from the very beginning. From the yeah, okay. Anyway, I really liked her from the beginning. All that break Nazi aside, she always had my back. I tried to have her back when things would happen. What are you laughing about?
I had her back every day, except the one day she tripped and fell on the sidewalk.
What?
And I just apparently stood there laughing. You're the one that told me that story, that you tripped on the way to 3 building.
Yes! Little bitch.
Whatever, she got out.
It's like, okay, I'm okay. No, really, I probably, left the knee on the sidewalk, but, whatever. It's whatever. Yeah, and the time you were sexually harassed.
I was. That was a good story. Straight up just smacked my butt walking out of her nap. Like, she lost her mind. Yeah, that was not pleasant at all. Anyway, we ain't talking about things other than work.
Okay.
I have, for those of y'all that don't know already, I'm pretty sure I told you, I was born in England. And I believe, of course, that British food is the best there is. It's better than I saw that. It's better than American food, especially the chocolate. So
At least you didn't bring haggis.
So I bought Fluffy some British chocolate to try. The flake bar. That's very messy. That's a messy one. Because it literally is like Maltesers. Maltesers are the best. These are available pretty much anywhere that has an international food aisle. However, you need to check the package because there's new ones out now with a little yellow thing here that says new. But when you read the back, it was made in New Jersey. It doesn't count and it doesn't taste the same. So make sure you get the original ones.
Was this the one I found for you on Amazon? You freaked out because you were able to get it?
An Aero bar. It's light. This one's a mint flavor. I don't know if you like mint.
Okay.
Okay, good. She likes mint. And then a Milky Bar, which is kind of like a white chocolate. They're the best thing ever.
That's good. It reminds me, not exactly the same, of the malted balls. I said not exactly the same.
Which one's better?
Of course, this one. Of course.
People are watching. Don't lie to the people.
I'm not, these are, delete them, okay? You all know on my face if I don't like something, right?
They're delicious. They're the best thing ever. It's just, they're lighter than the malted balls.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're a lot lighter, a lot crispier.
And the chocolate is different. The chocolate's a big difference. Chocolate is
It's good.
better.
It's good.
Really bad ones. So anyway, we'll get reviews throughout the video.
They're not modest at all, are they? The Brits.
We're proud. Okay. Anyway, what else happened? I have just, it was kind of awkward. I have a broken tooth at the moment that's hurting. I didn't tell you that. I have a broken tooth that's hurting at the moment.
What happened?
So the tooth broke. What do you mean? What happened?
You didn't just pop and smile and then it just like fell out. Something had to have occurred to say, and it broke.
I don't remember. So anyway, the tooth is broken. It's been broke.
Look at that, y'all.
Oh, that's the arrow.
Oh, that mint is so good. That's really good. I can see putting that in a cup of hot cocoa. Melting a couple of those squares in a cup of hot cocoa.
Never thought of it.
Oh, but the fat girl tell you it was good. I used to tell her, she used to get so mad at me when sometimes we could time it right and we'd walk out on break because she smokes or used to. So we'd go out to her car to smoke, for her to smoke. I used to laugh all the time because I told her when we walked together, we looked like the number 10. You remember that? She used to get so mad at me.
I remember that. Still not funny.
Because those gray uniforms were not flattering. Because, I'm sorry, but big girls do not tuck their shirts in their pants. And we were required to, so that made it worse.
I went to the doctor's the other day and I got weighed and I'm the heaviest I've been in my life. The one thing I look forward to in having a cancer diagnosis, that sounds strange, I know, but you gotta look at the positives in these kind of situations. And I was like, well, everything else is gonna suck, but I'm finally gonna be a skinny bitch. Not so much. No, I've gained weight. I'm the heaviest I've been in my life, so
You got real thin at one point, and I didn't.
Unfortunately, I'm not on this earth to please you, so that works out. Anyway, so
But seriously, we're friends. Seriously.
my broken tooth.
Okay, back to that. So, what happened?
I broke my tooth again. So broken tooth, and it's been bothering me like the last 2 days. It's really been bothering me. It's down here, so I've been putting that Ambisol stuff on it. And usually I'm pretty good at it, but it started already on the way over here. So I have the thing of Ambisol, and I'm like putting it around this tooth, telling me why I'm almost all the way here. My throat is numb. My tongue, I can't feel it. My lips, I feel like they're just like huge, like swollen. Still feel the tooth.
Boo boo, you're ruining the video. Can y'all hear? Can y'all hear him?
Excuse me.
You know, they say trust a dog's instinct. You know, they're a good. Yeah, but in this case, he's wrong.
I agree. Pretty amazing.
We are. You are. Let me give that.
Yeah.
Which, talking about when you were talking about losing weight, in one of her first videos, I'm sure she'll remember, she was talking about her having cancer and everything, and about how when people try to make light of things, she understands why they do it. It's just sometimes what they say is annoying. And it brought me back to the first time she and I had spoken after her diagnosis. I mean, I went to see you in the hospital after your surgery, your first surgery, but then you were recovering and going through some things, and we just really couldn't connect. But then I saw her again after. That was recently, because it was after my split with Bitchbag. Anyway, so we're talking about it, and what kind of freaked me out, because colon cancer runs rampant on my father's side of the family. And so she was talking about that she had all the symptoms, but not the weight loss. And my comment was, I always try to make light of things, as y'all know. And so I said something about, oh man, I said something about if you're going to have cancer, at least have something about weight loss, that she didn't get the weight loss. And just the look that she gave me, and it confirmed it when you made that video and talked about that. And there was just no going back from it. I just kind of moved on with our conversation, but I immediately knew on her face that I was like, oh shit, I should have said that. So I apologize.
Well, this was right after my first surgery. No, not long after. It wasn't long after it. I don't think I found the humor in it yet when she decided to crack jokes. So.
She has known me forever. You have known me.
Forever's like 13 years.
Yeah, that's forever to me. Yeah, so, she knows I'm a jokester, but I did feel bad, and I guess I should have kind of gauged things before I started joking, so I officially apologize.
I don't apologize for calling your ex a bitch bag as well.
Yes, Sarge does know the ex was not unhappy when she found out we had split. For reals this time. For reals this time, because we were up and down. I just realized I haven't tried this. It's Nestle. Is Nestle from Britain? You need my readers, old lady?
I'm not old. By the way, I just turned 39 the other day. Thanks for all the gifts I didn't get. Just kidding.
Ask her, excuse me, did you say it on the air because you haven't been on in a long time, and do you have a P.O. box? Whatever.
Okay, stop asking questions. It's British.
It's British. We'll ignore the Nestle.
She said this is like my channel, my video. Crap. I was going to show her story. Oh, here's one while she's trying to think. So I don't know if y'all remember my hair, how it was on other videos I've done. Usually it was just there, it wasn't styled or anything like that. Well, one of the things I've done since being out of work, and for once in my life I don't have to maintain that professional standard and all that stuff, is Like, I'm not afraid to try something new. You know what I mean? I went with the
I was
mohawk.
shocked when you did that.
I went with the mohawk for a while. That was fine. So, my entire life, I've been wondering what shape my head is. You people with hair, ladies especially, know you have no idea what shape your head is. And you could be the most beautiful bald headed person, or you could be ugly as sin because it's all shaped kind of crazy. So, anyway, I was like, I want to know what shape my head is.
Oh, y'all, could you believe she did that?
I shaved my hair off.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's not the best
It's shaped.
head you've ever it's not oddly shaped. I don't care if you don't like the style on me. My head is not oddly shaped.
It's not. Yeah, I will agree.
I don't really care what you think. Anyway, I'm probably gonna grow it out again, but I'm thinking like a thinner mohawk. Like a mohawk. I don't know. Whatever. I have options. Thought about getting the Philadelphia Eagle logo shaved inside of my head.
Oh, yes. That's a good idea. Just keep your cap on. You know, the best hairstyle I have ever seen her in, and it freaked me out when at one point you wanted to go real femme and you grew it out. This girl had a clippy in the back of her head, and I wanted to take that clippy and just rip it out. I, I just can't fathom it. That would be like me going butch. I'm just saying. Yeah, when I first met her, she had her hair, it was short. It was close on the sides, but it was long, but she had it kind of spiky. You know what I mean? Like gelled and spiky. I thought she looked really good in that. Like you say, you don't have to please me, so whatever the wifey likes.
And I asked her, like 4 or 5 times, because I shaved it off at her mom's house. Her mom, her grandma over there, and her uncle. And
Does she ever deny you, though?
Did my wife deny me?
Yeah.
No, who would deny this? Anyway,
I'm going to try this flake.
she told me it was like a G.I. Jane kind of.
Yeah.
Anyway, you didn't give your review of the Milky Bar. Oh, it's so quiet. Have another.
I'm not a fan of white chocolate. It's good white chocolate, but I'm not a fan, so have at it.
Guess who is?
Boo Boo, you're going to stop, or I'm going to put you outside.
How would you go because you're a shithead? What do you think?
Don't be calling my dog a shithead.
What did you think of the thing?
That was good. I got an international box from Amazon, a tasting, and in it was a flake. So I've had this. I just did not know it was British, and it was delicious. So I knew that I was going to like it.
I'm going to be watching your upcoming videos to see if you're like talking about how crappy the British chocolate was. This is all a lie.
Okay, I've never lied to you, ever. You ought to know that with some of our past conversations. I'm not one of those friends that, I mean, I'm not going to be mean about stuff, but I'm going to be honest.
Anyway,
About your what?
my breaks at work.
Oh, I wasn't mean. I just reminded her how long they were.
It's still the same time I took.
That's only because I didn't rat on your ass. I liked you too much. I ratted on other people.
They like me too much too.
I knew you'd be good.
That's good.
That's why Al is now a sergeant.
Who?
Albert. Oh my God.
Who's that? Is that his last name?
Yes. You know Al. Besito.
Oh.
If you're awake, will you put pants on and come get little man? I'm going to have my daughter come get little man if she's awake. I cannot believe you don't know who Al is. What the heck was that? You can talk on your channel, on your video while I'm doing this.
You know it's rude when you have a guest star, your first guest star on YouTube. And they're on their phone.
I'm trying to prove to you who Al is. I know you know him.
I don't think I can.
Really?
Honestly.
I won't look.
Probably not. You won't look at what?
I mean, I'll stop looking.
I don't really care.
Yeah, you do. Because you liked him.
Are we going to be able to edit the boring
Yes.
parts? I don't know who that is.
Okay, well, he was there when you were on shift.
I know.
Anyway. Am I boring?
I kind of feel like we're boring right now. I feel like people expected more from us.
No. Boo-boo.
And he listens to you like I do.
Maybe that's why he doesn't like you, because you're too much like each other.
What else is there for us to talk about? We have plenty to talk about.
I know. Let's see. Oh. How was your trip to California?
Trip to California was good. Other than the fact, I mean, you know, it was because my cousin had that diagnosis and needed surgery, but it was good. I'm a little sad they're moving. Her husband's getting transferred. He got promoted at work, so they're moving all the way across the country to Pennsylvania.
Oh, wow.
And having spent so many years in New Jersey, I'm not a fan, so I said I won't be visiting. It was nice knowing you. I loved it, though. It was great. Good talk.
Good. Because I know you stayed a little longer than you had anticipated, so people were asking about you. And I said, well, she ought to stay a little bit longer.
Yeah. She ended up having complications. Fluid on her lungs, had to go back in the hospital.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So tomorrow, Dallas versus Philadelphia in Dallas. Predictions?
That's right. We're going to win. Yeah, we're going to win. We're going to win.
What's your record this season?
We're still going to win.
No, I really don't know.
I really don't know it either. I know we have a lot of losses, a lot more than I would like to admit, but we have had losses, and now we're not going to have Zeke. He gave up his quest for suspensions, which I'm like this, okay, yeah, he's a good player. They say they really have no foundation to accuse him of what he got accused of, but if he did do what they say, then he deserves the
I
suspensions.
don't even know he was accused
Um,
of.
yeah, either hitting her or sexually assaulting her, someone. But if he did it, then he deserves, no matter if he's a good player or not, he doesn't get an exemption. But if he didn't do it, then let him play. Because I know they said something in the last game that Jerry Jones lawyered up. And I guess some member of the NFL was there at the game, and they specifically showed them not even engaging each other. They were like 10 yards from each other, but they angled the shot where they were in the same shot, but they were on the field away from each other.
Hopefully I won't numb my whole mouth.
Did you bring a bottle of water? Or do you need some water?
I have something.
Okay.
I have a supply. Do you? Of drinks in here.
Now, this is a dark blue shirt, and I put it on last minute so that it wouldn't get any hair on it. And look, in a matter of 3 minutes, I want to wear my blue shirt, but I can't get dog hair on it.
In a matter of 3 minutes, we've been on camera for 24.
Okay, but he has not been up here, but maybe 3 minutes. So.
I'm so glad I'm doing this on camera. You're welcome.
They've seen me hurt with a broke tooth, and I'm trying to be ladylike, using my tongue to try to get shit out of that tooth as I'm eating. So.
I need you to get me one. Didn't someone from your fandom send that to you?
No, I bought this one for myself. I've gotten a set of pots and pans, a whole box of pampered stuff like face masks and the foot things you put on your foot that you're supposed to wear overnight and it detoxes you. I haven't tried those yet. I have some Ambisol because of my tooth.
I might need some. Do you have a whole thing?
Yeah, it's brand new.
Mine's almost empty.
Yeah, I'll let you have it. Views you don't mind, right?
That's crazy. People send you this stuff?
Yep.
People send you things. Awfully nice.
Very nice. And the one that sent me the pots and pans. It was the second box she had sent me, and she always makes sure that she gets 3 of the same dog toys for the dog. She never forgets about the doggies.
Oh, that's sweet.
And then I had one lady, she sent me a check, and she asked me to buy something for myself. She said a nice shirt. I guess she was getting tired of my thrift store tops. Anyway, and she said to please buy something for the dogs because she freaks out if she doesn't see me feed the dogs right away. And but instead of doing that, that was how I was able to buy my Korean stove that I did my cookbongs on.
But you didn't buy things for the dogs.
I did.
Oh.
Yeah, I bought them. I bought see that tub to the top left?
Mm.
That is turkey natural. There's only 5 ingredients in it, and it's from Amazon. And I put it on auto ship, and I forgot to cancel the auto ship this month because my money's funny, having problems. So they will get their treats. That's fine. It's only like $7, but because of her, I found them. Now you see Sheba.
Mm-hmm.
She hears the kid under the door. My daughter said, yes, sometimes she can hear her going under the door.
I don't understand. That's another thing I don't understand. I have these cats. I have 3 cats. Go in the bathroom. That's like the one place in the house I can get privacy, right? No kids, no nothing. Privacy. No. Here come the cats. And for whatever reason, I'm pretty sure they think that there's some kind of emergency exit in the bathroom. I don't know where, if it's like through the drain, or they swear there's a way I'm going to get out of this bathroom without them. And it's just constant, just pawing and crying, and if I come out every time, it's going to be okay. Cats are like little Nazis.
So we're chihuahuas. This thing is attached to my hip. I can go nowhere. I was irritable when I woke up. That's why I wanted to do this in the afternoon, because I know how I am when I first get up. And I didn't get up till almost 1, maybe like 12:30. And I lay in the bed and they hear me. Roll over or something, and here he comes. Climbs all up on me. I'm like, really, dog? Get away. So then I come out and I sit there, and I'm like just really irritable because I'm looking around the house and I'm like, oh my God, we just vacuumed all this dog hair. What happened? So the poor kid, she's got her ankle messed up. So she's done what she could. She spilt the planter, poor thing, because she couldn't get a good grip on it. And so I keep looking around the house. Even now, I'm like seeing like spots where there's still, don't look around. There's spots where there's hair. I'm like, I'm never going to get it. So I was irritable. I kept pushing him away. Get away from me. He felt so dejected. Yeah, don't look around because it's there. Trust me. I swear I could take it like, the filters in the dryer, and you get that sheet. I swear that, especially over there, I could take it and roll it probably.
I'm really tempted to get one of those robots.
I keep telling the kid, but they're so expensive.
There's one, a mutual friend of ours, I think. Sherry, right?
Last name? Oh, you don't want to do last name?
Yeah, I'm trying not to.
Gotcha. No, I'd have to know the last name because we all do last names. She worked at Hughes, or?
Yeah, her last name was different then. But anyway,
okay.
Her son just got one that was only $200 versus like the $500.
We're back. Little man is next to her and not growling. I don't know how long that will last. My daughter is awake, so if you hear some moving around, that's who it is. Y'all, she thinks we're being boring. Y'all let us know.
I'm about to fall asleep and it's my video.
Whatever. Look, I can't carry this whole video myself because I am being just a ray of sunshine. So I don't know.
How do you figure you got that many viewers anyway? Are you really that entertaining?
I really am. So when she's asking that must mean she doesn't watch my videos. So I'm like really heartbroken right now because I watch all her videos. All 5 of them.
I was going to say 5.
Yeah, I think I have like 232.
Yeah.
You've had back problems recently. Or has this been an ongoing thing, or has it been recent?
No, it's very recent. I started having pain in my lower back on my right side. But I've had that sciatica stuff before, so I was like, oh, it's just that I didn't think anything of it. Well, then it started getting worse. And I called my doctor to schedule an appointment, and she called me and said, I want you to go straight to the ER, because if I try and schedule you for a scan, it's going to take a while to get it. If you go to the ER, they'll do it now. Concern was kind of, because I'm not on treatment, that maybe a new tumor was developing or whatever. So I go to the ER. Anyway, they found 2 bulging discs. And first pain medication didn't work. The steroids didn't work. So now I'm on a different painkiller, muscle relaxers, and waiting for the MRI and a referral to orthopedics. So it's very painful. I haven't been doing much of anything, but
I think it gets you on pain.
There's a silver lining to everything, and that is that it's not the tumor that we thought it might be. So good news.
Because that was my first thought when you had told me that they were bulging discs. I'm thinking, oh my God, I hope it's not, the cancer progressing towards your spine. So I'm glad that they did
As far
the
as we
scan.
know, it's not. The scan they did didn't have any contrast. The one I'm going to get will have contrast, and that shows more.
Oh.
So still fingers crossed, but
Yeah.
still waiting for them to schedule that.
Back injections work really well. I just didn't go for them as often as I should because I freak out with anything on my back because of my reoccurring dream when I was young. I had it for years, same dream over and over for years, but they hurt a lot. The guy didn't even want to inject me too often because I just kind of blood pressure would go up, and I was like, you got to ignore that.
Yeah, I don't really want to mess with them.
They help you though.
Yeah, I have to, but ever since like the treatments and the scans and all that stuff, I've gone into like this
Anti-treatment
I go into
anything.
panic mode when I see these machines or the needles or
Right.
IVs or whatever. So
Well, they do say that if you ever have to go for back surgery, getting regular back injection, I guess, builds up the calcium and it makes the surgery harder and longer because something about it builds up stuff around your vertebrae that makes it a little bit more difficult when you go and get back surgery. And I thought it was, I'm never going to get surgery on my back, so it's jammed me every now and again.
I'm okay with a quick fix. Like if they can do some kind of quick fix, I'm not because of everything else going on.
Right.
I'm okay with a quick fix. I'm not expecting back surgery or
Right.
what makes sense. So. We need topics. I have no Thanksgiving plans. I have none.
We're going to my nephew's house, and family members that hadn't come to the gatherings for a while are going to be there. So I may slip some Xanax in the mashed potatoes if I had some.
I don't have Thanksgiving's never been a big thing for me, but I think it's because being from England, it's not a holiday there.
So when you all were here, you didn't celebrate it?
Not really. I mean, we kind of do.
Okay, you know what? What in America?
Anyways.
Okay, this dog is growling at her, but he has his head on her lap. And right now she's petting him and he's barely growling. So what is really going on?
I really want to hold him up and let the world know who the devil is. But I'm scared that I'll get bit.
Yeah, he put the X in the face the first week he was at our house.
Good boy.
That made my daughter laugh. She's in the kitchen.
Such a good boy.
No, stop.
My friend.
Look at that. Wow.
Got 2 friends. You can kind of see one. Here's some ears. This is the devil. This one's nice.
Oh, that's Miss Molly Tamale.
growling.
See how she is petting him and he is still growling. What is up? We need to give you a pain medication and knock you the hell out. Oh, have you heard about CBD oil?
No idea what that
It is, it's like marijuana oil, but it doesn't have the whatever it is that gets you high. You
is. I
can,
think I've seen that. I think I saw something with like Parkinson's or something.
I think that's like the actual marijuana oil, the one that you can get
Oh.
medicated. Kiddo, is it the CBD oil I'm talking about that you can get at a head shop? Is that the same as the medical marijuana drops? Just kind of step over here and nod. I know you don't want to be on video. It's not the same, right? Okay. So, but supposedly the CBD oil helps a lot. You can lift her up. Yeah. Oh, maybe not.
She said, come be my friend. This is the most mean dog I ever met. Inching back towards you like that.
But then it's like, you stopped. So with your channel, when you first did it, I know you touched on it a little bit in your first video. What do you hope to gain from it? Or what do you hope, or what do you hope people will gain from it?
I kind of started, I mean, we had talked about me starting one, but I kind of, once I did the first one, it feels more like an outlet kind of. And not for just the health stuff, just in general. And you can get, outsiders' views and opinions and just a way to vent, I guess. And it's different when you don't know the people that are listening or watching. But I guess the only thing when I first started that I wanted people to get was with the cancer thing. If you don't have it yourself, you don't understand. And that I became aware of that once, because like I told y'all, my mother had cancer, and I thought I got it. I thought I understood her pain and what she was going through mentally. And you just, kind of like, I'm sure with fibromyalgia, I can say I'm sorry and think I know the pain that you're describing, but I don't.
Have pain.
But
Right.
I don't. It's totally different. So I don't know. And gifts. I'm just kidding.
I know, I told somebody, will somebody find me a house?
That would be nice. Oh my goodness.
Yeah? You have 3 bedrooms? You have 3 bedrooms, don't you? No, 2.
There's 3 bedrooms, and then one side of the garage was converted, so it's a whole other room, which is the one I want to make into like an
Oh,
art.
okay. So the one that you film out of is the guest room?
Yes. Yeah, but that's all rearranged, and that couch is gone, so now I gotta replace it.
You can film in your craft room. Because if it's your artist room, your craft room, you can put things that you want to film behind you. Your football team, poster, some shit.
You don't trust something.
Oh, sorry. You're not monetizing yet, so it's not going to affect you at this time. You have to have, I think the new rule is now, not that's what you were going for, but you have to have total 10,000 views before they'll allow you to monetize. Which is really not bad, because you really don't start generating any kind of funds until you get up to those numbers. So
Where are you at?
I think I have almost 200,000 total views. I'm like at maybe 170 something. I don't want to lie and be all braggy and then it's not the right number. It's up there now, but nowhere near a lot of the other ones.
That's a lot.
just getting started. And I started real slow. I would check my numbers every freaking day. And I would get so disheartened because I would get no comments on my videos. And I'm like, no, nothing. You know, you get that whiny, nothing ever works out for me. I never can do nothing that. But I kept going and I kept at it because it was fun. And then I found myself wanting to videotape, wanting to film.
I don't know that I'd have the 44 subscribers I have if it wasn't for, you know, you saying something on your channel.
Well, you know, I think that we have to lift each other up. I mean, it's YouTube. There's enough viewers for everyone. After they get through watching you, they can come watch me. This competition where, you know, I had a copycat. You know, I asked 3 different people, hey, go check out this video, go check out this channel, come back and let me know what you think. And they came back and they're like, oh my God, the only thing that's missing in this video is you. We're doing like close-ups, made sure they had their house in the back, just too many connecting things that it's not a figment of my imagination. And when you tell people, go look at it, and you don't tell them why you want them to go look at it, and they come up with the same thing, this person has since stopped because she's very well liked in our little mukbang community. You know, there's like little pockets of people who watch each other. But I'm like this, you know, my friend Martin Nicky, I started watching him and he mentioned me on his channel. He saw good things in me. I wouldn't have gotten some of the numbers in the beginning had it not been for him promoting my channel. So I thought you were dull and boring. I wouldn't have. I've been like, I'm like, okay, sorry, do you have your little video over there? You have your little channel over there. You're a likable person, and I think you have a message for people, especially because you are amongst low percentage of people that decide not to continue on with chemo, to allow nature to take its course, so to speak. But they're saying more and more that chemo is bad, like it can be worse for you. I just know what it did to my father.
Yeah, but I mean, it wasn't so much of the attitude of let nature take its course. It was more of it terminal. Period. Either way, it's terminal. And I understand miracles happen, and for all I know, it's just disappeared, and there'll never be an explanation for it. But it was either, you know, this amount of time with the chemo and you're going to be miserable and you're going to be in bed and you're going to be sick and you're going to hurt and be depressed because of it and all this, or, you know, a little less time, but I can go and do this and take my boat out and, you know, enjoy everything. And I mean, why not? I'd rather the quality than an extra few months just to lay around and be miserable. It didn't make sense.
But you're like way past the expectancy, right? I mean, you mentioned that to me months ago that you were.
I did my last chemo treatment in October or November. That was probably November of last year. And they told me if I kept going with treatments, I was probably looking at a year and a half. If I stopped treatments, more like 6 months. Well, I've exceeded that 6 months by another 6 months, like a year, with no treatments at this point. I don't know what's going on in my body. I haven't had any scans. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. So, but anyway.
You need more Korean food.
I've never eaten any Korean food.
I need to make you kimchi jjigae. Being the kid talk. You know what? You were the one that said that if we did a mukbang, you wanted to eat something that you had never eaten before. And me and the daughter talked about it. I have kimchi, but it's like super fresh. Like I can still eat it raw, uncooked, with hot rice. Once it starts fermenting a lot, then I can't because it gets too sour. And the best kimchi jjigae is when it's fermented a while. The oldest kimchi that we have made was when my niece was here last, and the kimchi was 4 months old. We'd had it in the fridge for 4 months.
I don't even know what kimchi is.
It is Napa cabbage. It's almost like the Koreans' version of sauerkraut, but better tasting, because I hate sauerkraut. It's okay. Only it's spicy, like super spicy.
I don't do spicy.
But
Like literally, my body will not tolerate it anymore because of all the surgeries.
oh, damn. Because there is white kimchi. Because they even said it on Dr. Oz, because he encouraged people to eat it at least twice a week. The bacteria that grows when kimchi ferments kills the bacteria that causes colon cancer. So I eat the crap out of it because, it runs rampant on my dad's side. So I'm like, and I know it's my probiotic. I know when things slow down or I start feeling yak, my daughter's like, Mom, we need to make some kimchi, even if it's to put it in ramen. So there is such a thing as white kimchi, and it's kimchi, but without the peppers in it. So I think you still get the same fermenting process. So she and I really differ, and I wish that I was her mom.
Who?
Me.
Whose mom?
Your mom. In the fact that she would sort of kind of have to listen to me because, and I stopped pushing it because I don't want to upset her, but I just hear so many positive things, and I get why she doesn't want to, about how things like the kimchi and holistically people have helped themselves with cancer through diet. And so she's just she got bombarded so much by me and all the rest of her friends trying to, cure her in our own way. That it's really hard to know what to take serious and what not to, but I always try to encourage her to just do the research herself and see what she wants to pick and choose to.
But when you do read about it, it's like different articles. One said eat like a can of carrots every day or so many fresh carrots a day. Another one was all about berries. One was about nuts. One, you know what I mean? Like according to all these different websites, pretty much anything can stop or cure.
I would like for you to check out the medical medium.
Here she goes again.
I'm just saying, I would like to. I'm not saying that you will. He was the one that introduced me to chaga tea. And chaga tea does help me. My daughter was overdosing me, and so I was getting double and triple the dose. And it's just a mushroom that they ground up into a powder, and I put it in my coffee, and it was starting to make me really sick in the stomach. And then I stopped for a while. But when I drink it, my fog clears up. My psoriasis tends to go lower, so I can see the difference. And so that's why I take a lot of stock in what he says, because he showed me something. And it wasn't like, chaga tea does this and this and this. Oh, by the way, I sell chaga tea. You know what I mean? And so that's what I like about him. The controversy with him is he's called the medical medium because he thinks he's a medium. He says he is, and I believe in that. And that spirit, people come to him with unique illnesses that doctors cannot figure out what it is. And they will have an appointment with him, and they go to see him, and then spirit tells them, this is what they need to check out, have the doctors check this, and it ends up that they're correct. And that's how he gained his popularity. And so he really spouts celery juice. Like in all of his stuff that he does, he brings up celery juice. Like he believes Alzheimer's and dementia is caused by metal poisoning. Generations ago, when people were getting newfangled stuff, a lot of it you got metal poisoning, mercury and all of that poisoning because people didn't know back then. And he said that you pass it to each generation, and that when you get older, I don't know, something the way you eat or something kind of starts activating the metals. So he suggests these things that will pull the metals out of you. So I keep wanting to bring the book to my mom so she can read it about the Alzheimer's and dementia, because Alzheimer's runs rampant in her family. So,
Interesting.
yes, I know. I wish it were. I know. I hate it, but I respect it.
I hate the Cowboys, but I respect you.
That's because they're going to kick your ass tomorrow. And if not, y'all, she's going to be blowing up my Facebook. I just know it. And one of the things that she and I really agree on, and it's about work, is the fact that it was not our choice to leave the system. I think it wouldn't make us so sad if we did it on our terms. But our bodies are assholes, and that's ultimately what would cause us to have to leave the state.
What do you miss the most?
Coworkers, the camaraderie, the teamwork. Like I felt like I was a part of something great and good, and to have to walk away from that. I wasn't biding my time till I retired. You know what I mean? I loved going every day until I started to get sick and I couldn't. And then it was the fear, what's going to happen if something happens and somebody else gets hurt because I couldn't get there fast enough, or I wasn't strong enough to hold that offender, or my glasses came off and then I couldn't do anything. The likelihood in the unit I left was much lower than the unit that we were there together, that you were still there. Because I did get assaulted at that unit, but that's what I miss. I miss the camaraderie. You?
The hardest part for me is the honor guard.
Hey, you look so good in that. I always thought we all should wear the all black, man.
Yeah, the honor guard. I mean, there's very few that do it, and the fact that I was recommended for that, and then I don't know, it's an honor to do.
Do you have that picture on your phone? It doesn't have your name on it, so I didn't know if you wanted to show them. You could. I don't think it's.
Go ahead and talk while
Okay. You know what's really rude? People ask you to do a video with them, and then you're sitting there, and then they're on the phone.
Yeah, my daughter asked me to Netflix login. I don't know how long ago she asked me that, and I don't even know it. What was it? Oh yeah, pictures. It's probably gonna be on my Facebook.
That's funny that you say that, because the last time my daughter went out of town, I had given her the Netflix login, and I had texted it to her, and then something happened and I got booted out of Netflix, I think on my phone, the app, and I couldn't remember it, and I had to scroll back to our text like months ago to have to find it to get in. What's sad is I don't even know her address. I know her town.
You've been there.
I have not been to that house.
Yes, you have.
I promise you, I have not been to that house. I promise you.
You've been there.
No, I didn't even, when you were in the town that is between here and where we worked, that little podunk town that you lived in, where there's probably you and 3 neighbors in the whole friggin' town, I never was at that house either. I have not been to any dwelling that you have occupied since I had coffee that day, and the ex didn't know I was there.
That was the house I own.
No, because you went from there to that little podunk town when you were dating that chick from another state. Thank you.
You've been to my house. I've been there for 3 years.
It's been longer than that.
No, it hasn't. You've been in the house I own.
Okay.
Describe the last house you remember.
The one with the coffee, and when I described it, you told me that wasn't even right. I remember a small living room, and there was like a counter area where you had your, like, it should have been gold plated how much you loved that Keurig, and we had coffee. And I brought breakfast sandwiches. That's the last place. And then you were, I was going to say something and I'm not, because you don't know how to edit. But you better know how to edit, because, you know,
You're going to have to edit.
Made some mistake. What? You're going to have to purchase a editor, because you don't have, I don't think you have an editor on your laptop.
Anyway, you've been to my house.
because you recently posted pictures of your house, and I was never at that house.
Yes.
No, I was never at that house.
Oh, why is...
Hey, didn't know if it was going to be that difficult.
I didn't know it was going to be this difficult either. Like, what used to be one of my profile pictures, so why...
Let me save the day. Yeah, I've come to save the day.
It used to be a profile picture. So, where is it?
What's your name again?
Head BIC.
Yo, you got the eagles on your picture face. Yo.
But I'm saying, like, you should be able to pull up. Oh, look.
Ooh, and then to make things worse, she bought her second cousin a hat with that shit on the front.
Yeah, they switched from 49er fans to...
She's part of a cult.
Eagles
now.
fans, but I've already told them not to wear that stuff when they move, because they're moving to northern Pennsylvania, which is very much Steelers. And that would just be bad.
They'll get stalked.
Why is the... Okay, there's this one.
Yeah, doesn't have your name at all. Yeah, show them that
No,
one.
but it has a person's name at the bottom.
There you go.
Oh. Yeah.
That's it. We'll cut it.
That's not really working.
Yeah, that looks good.
My face is all like...
Well, but at least they see the uniform. There you go.
There you go. It's kind of better.
Your mohawk pick. Yeah, that's the one I see. That one. Did you have one with just you?
It's probably in a different album. But I know I did.
I thought so too. It was just you.
Mm-hmm.
I saw your purple
It was
mohawk.
cropped. It was the group of us standing
Yeah.
there, and I cropped everybody else out.
I can't believe that's you in your military picture. That just trips me out.
Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Well, that was a hint to stop the hell scrolling, so I'm gonna stop the hell scrolling.
I guess we should end the video.
That's up to you. We're an hour, so they'll have a lot to see.
Yeah, but we have to edit it.
I know. Hopefully we can edit it, or we'll have to start again.
How do I find you? Okay.
Okay, say goodbyes.
Besito. You can let me pick him up.
Just keep him away from your face. He doesn't like to be picked up, but he gets real stiff when he does it. So
Hi, bulldog.
look at her. Oh, boo boo.
Hi, everybody.
See you later. Thanks for watching.